Hey, hello again. Welcome back to another video. This is Ironburst coming to you with another video about Burst Coin. Check us out on burstnation.com and enter the friend code when you join as a new member. Cool. So let's talk about Burst. I've been looking at this Poloniex, which is one of the trading sites, exchanges online. It's pretty cool. I mean, if you look at just I guess this week, or in terms of maybe this month, it has Burst has been pretty consistent and it's actually been going up and down a bit, but you can see it's pushing forward. See, it's going up and then it's like it kind of flatlines a bit, then it is struggling and then it goes up again, then it goes kind of this is kind of bumpy road, and then it goes up again, then it kind of drops down because of resistance, and then it goes up again. So it's been pretty good. So let's look at the 30-minute charts, the 50 minutes, 30 minutes, and then 2 hours and 4-hour charts, and then 1 day charts. So you can see it's pretty clear that it's there's more green than red, right? So that's a good sign. This is the 1 minute chart, 2 minute chart, 1 week chart, 4 day chart, 2 day chart, 24-hour chart, and 6-hour chart, which you can't really see anything. So let's go back to 5 minutes, 15 minutes. 5 minutes is good. So let's look at the all from the beginning of Burst coin. It was trading really high, then it kind of dropped, and then for about 1 or 2 years, it was kind of very quiet, and then it started to just spike around September 16. Before that, it was around January, February 2015, and so lots of promise. I mean, I will see that it's going all the way up again to maybe at least triple. So this is one, two. Yeah, it should triple eventually. So it's very undervalued right now. Um, Definitely, if you want to get in, this is the best time to get into. Bitcoin, you can buy it on this exchange. You can also trade and you can also do other activities. There's lots of things you can do here. And there's always news about what's going on in terms of cryptocurrency. So it's not just Burst. Actually, if you just if I just cancel this, you can see that there's Dash, there's all this other different like big major coins out here, and some of them are not as popular. I'm going to do more videos talk about each of these coins as I explore and learn and discover more about them. But for now, I want to focus on Burst because Burst is going to burst, literally, right? Um, so join us on the official Burst Coin cryptocurrency hub. This is there's a forums, there's files you can download. Um, we looked at the Burst network last time in terms of the different pools, and then I'm going to maybe do another video about asset explorers and how to claim free coins, and yeah, maybe even the Burst casino one of these days. Currently, the price in Bitcoin is 147 sats. Let's refresh this, and whoa, it's 150 now. So this doesn't update automatically, maybe because of bandwidth, but definitely it is on the up and up. Cool. So let's take a look at what else. Oh yes, I want to talk about smart contracts. Let me just find that. Uh, Smart contracts. Yeah, okay, there you have it. So smart contracts is a big talk about um, well, I'm not sure if I need to explain what smart contracts are. So let's take a look at this and see what proper definition of smart contracts is. Okay, so blockchain smart contracts. So smart contracts basically are um, also known as smart properties. They basically are computer protocols that facilitate, verify, and enforce negotiation or performance of a contract. So these contracts are like once it's set in place, it will run automatically, and it is self-enforcing, it's self-executing. Um, it is very powerful and very cool. So the famous example is that if you are a grandparent and you want to give certain things to your grandchildren when they come of age, um, you can set up a smart contract so that when they are 18, they get a car that you want to, or they get money, or they get access to a trust fund, that kind of thing. So if you're no longer around, if you're a grandparent and you're no longer around, but you want to pass something on to your um, grandchildren, you can use smart contracts. This one of the most common scenarios of smart contracts. Obviously, you can read about other issues and how I mean not issues but other test cases and other examples, case studies of how smart contracts can be used. No, let's close this. So blockchain technologies can replace lawyers. In a sense, yeah. So if you have a will or you have assets, digital assets or physical assets, or like maybe even access to a password or something to your whole, or maybe like to tell them the location of your security deposit keys, kind of thing, right? So it happens when even if you're no longer around. So let's look at some pictures. Um, Two people enter an agreement. So, for example, grandparent and grandchild. Uh, and these can actually be anonymous. So it could be a famous rich celebrity and someone with a meager salary who is employed and has a job, um, something like that. So they can enter anonymously or publicly, and the contract will be open to everyone, so everyone can see it is in the public ledger because it's on blockchain, and blockchain is transparent and open. Okay, so the triggering event is when an expiration date happens or the strike price is hit. So, for example, let's look at expiration date. So, if someone expires or if at a certain time when the contract is in effect, then the event would trigger the contract to run, right? So that it's really coded into terms. And then regulators can use the blockchain to understand the activity of the market. So basically, anyone can see it, and it is private between the two. Once again, but it is public in terms of it is verifiable to everyone. So this is an example of a smart contract using this, but they don't actually have smart contracts necessarily. If you should look at how smart contracts already exist in Burst. Once again, another explanation of smart contracts, um, traditional versus smart contracts. Cool. How do smart contracts work? So there's the coding, there's the ledgers, and execution. So yeah, come take a look at this website. I'm not endorsing it, but I'm just saying that there's information online. You can do a quick search on smart contracts and find out this information. So smart contracts been around since at least December 14th, 2014. So obviously you can take a look at the different forums to verify this has been around since a very long time. And here we're talking about counterpay, but it's more than counterpay because Buzz actually has this. It has. I'm not going to show you how to do a contract at this in this video today, but I will show you eventually one day. I plan to at least. I'll make that into a smart contract. So if anything happens to me, the video will still be released. That's actually another way. It's like kind of insurance or assurance, as I like to say. Yeah. Okay. So let's. Okay. So smart contracts, and this is from last year sometime. Uh, okay. Cool. So let's look at the forums, Bitcoin forums. This is back in December 2014. Um, so basically we're done talking about smart contracts. Let's look at what Bitcoin is really about. I have seen this once, but it's nice to go through it again. So Bus Bitcoin is basically an innovative hard drive mined cryptocurrency that allows you to mine Buzz with the use of your hard drive. Using hard drive space, like I mentioned before, this is proof of capacity. This algorithm, you never need to use your GPU or CPU to mine ever again. You use it once to create the plot, which we'll get into. Basically, the plot is the file that the um, the miner will go through every few minutes when they search for the block. This is mine currently. I haven't found any blocks recently, but I have about 2.4 terabytes right now. No deadlines and 100% network quality. 100% of my drives and space has been gone through, and that's why it verifies this. I'll show you later when it is live. But this is basically something that runs in the background. It doesn't use much energy or electricity or power. So POC mining, POC once again is proof of capacity, and then new mining software. This is the mining software that I'm using here um, to mine Bus, and then there's a new breed of cryptocurrency, which is I think eventually there'll be more and more hard drive cryptocurrencies, but so far Bus is the only one that I know of. So the number of plots you store effectively is your mining speed, right? So Bus uses the new POC mining algorithm. Miners pre-generate chunks of data known as plots, which are then saved to disk. This number of plots you store is effectively your mining speed. Every block that the miner will skim through, every block the miner will skim through to save. So, okay, every minute, every time there's a new block, the miner will skim through the saved plots. It will come up with an amount of time until it is able to mine a block. If another block hasn't been found, after reading through the plot is complete, your hardware can idle until the block. So basically, it doesn't do anything until the block is ready to be mined. So I'm not actually going to read through all this, but basically it explains a bit more about how plots work, how mining works, how this whole burst coin phenomena came to be. So let's look at the specs. It is based on NEX, which is one of the coins that are traded. I kind of showed you just now, right? So it's one of the coins, NEX. Let's look at NEX. And sorry, NXT. This is NXT. Yep, let's look at NXT. So it's not doing too well, but it's still loading. But I know it's not doing too well. It was pretty hot in the beginning. Back in, let's look at all time. Back in the beginning, it was really, really good. This is March 14. Yeah. So this is, I guess, this is as far back as we can go. Look at 6 hours, 24 hours, and 1 day. 24 hours. Ooh, okay. So, 15 minutes. Yeah, this is much better. 30 minutes, I guess. It's 2 hours, 4 hours. Okay, so it is actually going up. Again, 2 weeks. 6 hours. So, okay. So comparatively, it is still going up, but it's actually a lot higher before. So this is NXT. Okay, so it's based on that, and then it is POS removed. It means and then now it is POC based, proof of capacity. So it's no longer proof of stake as in POS. It is now POC. And there's no IPO, there's no pre-mine. It means the big people who, when they first started, everyone was on the same level. There's no like pre-mining. 4 minute block time, there's 2 billion coins available. And then block reward start at 10,000 per block. Block reward decreases 5% each month. So you can download the wallet here. There are many different alternate wallets you can download for Mac OS and for Windows, and you can even have a web wallet online. I wonder if this still exists. Because these wallets, I think they're kind of out of date. No one has actually updated them. Yeah, it's not longer around. So Burstcoin, Europe, France. I wonder if these are still around. Oh, cool. Yes, translate. Nope. SKDE is Germany is no longer around. Info. Everything we did in Japan and China, right? So DE is not around. Japan is not around. US is not around. This is US actually. So I guess China is now redirecting to. Ooh, China just no. So okay, congratulations. Hmm, interesting. Oh, this is actually down. It's just showing you the hosting page. It's like, oh yes. So maybe there's plans to bring it back, but for now, France is down. All these other countries are down. Sadly, very sad. Okay, so forums. There's the bus forums. There's all these other things. These are obviously, I guess, also out of date. These are also out of date. So be sure to go to Bus Nation. Bus Nation has all the most updated stuff. So just go there and save yourself the trouble. Right? It's all under downloads. Bus wallets. You can start your own faucet here. You can do all kinds of stuff, mining, plotting, optimizing, batch plot generator. Um, yeah, so these are the most up-to-date ones. As you can see, they were released last Wednesday, March 20th. These are the most current up-to-date stuff. Yeah, be sure to join us. So these are probably out of date. Pool mining, these are most likely out of date as well. This actually is still around, but the rest of them are not around anymore. The various tools and resources, and these are I don't even think these are around anymore. Ooh, they're still around. Okay, so these are the charts. Total mine a day. I never actually seen this before. Oh wow, it's going down. Huh. I guess because the difficulty is going higher and higher, they are mining less and less. So there's the Reddit. I never actually been there. Um, Interesting. So a lot of pretty interesting stuff. And then block explorers, obviously faucets. Let's look at faucets. Let's see if there's any still around. Oh, faucets. So let me put a oops, no. Okay, we'll do faucets in another episode. Bounty, currently none. GitHub, you can look at the GitHub repos. Exchanges, it is CCX and Poloniex. You can vote, I guess. Interesting. And then there's also the market. I don't know if that still exists. Oh, okay, no, it doesn't exist. Okay, cool. So how it works, I think you would like to read this on your own because it's a lot of information that you should, if you're into this, and if you're going to start mining or even starting to trade, you should know what it is basically about. So it talks about hashes and scoops and the blockchain. So this is the flow, basically, in a very nice diagram. This is how the hash and inputs and the operations work. And then so this is the miner, what the miner does, what the plotter does. So this whole thing is encompassed. This whole part is encompassed in the plot scoop. Not sure if you can see my mouse. Anyway, so emission rate. Okay, so there's going to be more and more coins in circulation, and obviously the difficulty is going to go higher. Uh, let's look at the. So this is actually version 1.1.5, which is pretty really long time ago, basically. Okay, software development. So these are the people who are developing wallets and miners and the different OSs. Um, so we have the Bus OS, C miner. Mm, okay, cool. So this is what a wallet, I guess, used to look like. No, not the wallet. The yeah, the Bus Windows wallet. It looks so different now. And the announcements, obviously, it's they stopped updating this. Okay, so that's really all I wanted to cover today. Be sure to check out the forums, and it'd be kind of interesting to see what is happening on the forums and what is happening with smart contracts, because it is really the future. Smart contracts can really replace lawyers, those that um, just does contracts and stuff like that, because it is internationally binding, and anyone can do it, and it is anonymous between the two people unless they want it to be public. I mean, in terms of, no one really knows who the two people are, but these few people who enter a contract should know each other, but they are anonymous on a whole to the rest of the world, but the rest of the world can see the contract and they can see that, okay, this is the agreement between these two individuals who do not know necessarily, and when it executes, they can verify in the blockchain that it is been done and been executed. So that's just, I guess, the power and the key to this amazing technology of the blockchain as well as smart contracts. So if in the future video, maybe I'll do an example of a smart contract or something. So if you're interested or have any other questions, put it in the chat comments below, and I'll respond accordingly. So, yep, that concludes another this episode where we talked about smart contracts and take a look at the historical um, information about burst coins. It's really interesting. This is where it all started. When was that posted? Um, yeah, it's posted August 10th. So yeah, and this is going to change the world. Like, if you just go to YouTube and just Google or go to YouTube or search Burst Coin, you'll be amazed. There's so much videos out there about Burst now. Everyone is making videos. You don't have to be wonderful or great or proficient or anything. You just have to share what you know, and this is what I'm learning and showing as I go along. So once again, please join me on Burst Nation. Yeah, Burst Nation. This is your invite code. Make sure to enter the invite code, and I'll see you on the forums. Happy mining!